What is going on, guys? This is Michael Williams from Cartoon Universe, and once again, I am joined by Haley, and this time we want to continue our discussion about the upcoming Steven Universe hour-long special Wanted and everything leading up to it, and what we think the possibility of Aquamarine actually not being the psychopath that we think she is. So we see the scene where Topaz is caught trying to help Steven and Lars escape, and Aquamarine sees them, but she purposefully uses her wand on the ship to break the ship. She doesn't use it on Topaz. Not sure why this is. It could have been to preserve Steven/Rose. Not really sure, but that was very interesting. And she kind of hesitates to actually use the wand against her, and then she ends up getting backed into a corner. And then she has to talk her way out of it, and she says, you know what, just unfuse. We'll never speak of this again. And she kind of seems like sort of reserved. So I'm curious what this could mean. This could mean a couple of things, but is there a possibility that Aquamarine actually cares about Topaz? What do you think, Haley?
I think she really does. I feel like they probably have worked together before, so they might have somewhat of an emotional connection. She seems to enjoy being around Topaz quite a bit, so losing, like having to poof her or whatever, or whatever she had planned potentially to hurt Topaz with, she decided against that. Also, I mean, Topaz did spare her, so maybe because she backed Aquamarine into a corner at one point because she's so much more powerful.
Yeah.
What's the Aquamarine without the wand? We don't, as far as we know, she's not that powerful physically, so she was definitely going to be beaten by, or could have been beaten by Topaz, but Topaz spared her, so she's like, okay, maybe I'll do the same in return. I'll have mercy on you. So there is obviously a softer spot in Aquamarine, even though she rarely shows it.
Yeah, I don't know, because it's weird, because right before that, they kind of established that she probably doesn't have a softer spot, because Steven and Topaz,
right?
Steven was able to get Topaz on her side, and Steven's like, yeah, just open up. We're all being honest here, all being open here. Just be honest about your feelings. You probably just feel like you have to be mean, and she just gives that iconic, classic look. And it kind of tells the audience that, no, this is not the type of gem that could be coerced with emotions and feelings and being honest and being herself. This is not that type of gem. And then immediately after, she lets Topaz go, leaving a lot of questions, and seeing how she treats Topaz beforehand in Are You My Dad and I Am My Mom, she seems like she treats her more so like a slave almost, or a butler or servant, kind of, and it would be kind of weird. Maybe she does have feelings that she doesn't want to admit. So maybe she just feels, I don't know, that's really confusing. If they're really just being open and honest, maybe she's so focused on her job that when Steven said that, she was like, are you serious? You can't really
right?
think that I'm going to just do that. But it's really, really confusing because she's painted as this psychopathic person who just has no regard for life and is completely spoiled and has she doesn't really care about what anyone else is really going through, but then we see her let Topaz go. Another possibility is that she just felt kind of, ashamed or embarrassed that she was able to get pretty much pummeled to a wall like that and had to talk her way out of it. So maybe she just feels embarrassed and she doesn't want to admit it and she doesn't want to report it, but I don't know why she would have hesitated with the wand, though, unless that was just convenient writing, which is a possibility.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like you said, she hasn't really been shown to show be soft or have emotions before that moment. Moments before, she was being kind of cruel, or like she's like, it's like, no, Steven, I'm sorry, I don't have this tragic backstory or whatever. But yeah, I want to say that she still does deep down, at least for people that she's known for, or gems that she's known for a while, she will have mercy on them. And, so that happened. That's what I'd say.
See, now I don't want this to happen because I think she's such a great villain, but do you think there's a possibility for an Aquamarine redemption arc?
I mean, after she made that face, when Steven asked her that, I want to say no, but I mean, every gem should have an opportunity, except like the biggest of the big bads. Yeah. I guess, I don't know. Even them, I don't know. It depends on if the show's message is anyone can be redeemed, then that means Aquamarine 2 can be redeemed.
I don't know if I agree with that message.
I'm saying if I don't know exactly. We haven't seen the ending, so I don't.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't want them to hand out too many redemption arcs.
That's true.
Like, you get a redemption arc, you get a redemption arc, because we're probably going to get Jasper redemption arc at some point. And I guess you can kind of count Centipedal, sort of, because she was a corrupted monster, almost. But
Yeah.
we have Lapis, we have Paradox, so it seems like... And we did have a red herring with Navy, so that was a nice little change up, I guess. But it seems like we're kind of get even more complicated. Like we stated in the last video, there could be some Topaz friction there with if they want to join the Crystal Gems or not. And with Aquamarine, I feel like she works so well as a villain. Maybe she only has a soft spot, like you said, for people she cares about. Maybe she only really has this sentimental thing with Topaz, and she even said that's the problem with fusions. You always get sentimental, which you could see as contradictory to what we see or with her letting her go. But maybe her herself is getting sentimental. Maybe that was kind of a sign of that. Maybe she'll be conflicted if Topaz does uprise against Homeworld and join the Crystal Gems and the Rebellion at some point, or help Steven and Lars. Maybe she'll be kind of conflicted as to what she will do, and maybe that could create some sort of emotional content for Aquamarine facing off against Topaz. But that's the only way I can really see that going down. Otherwise, maybe she was just embarrassed about getting bodied by a Topaz, and because she feels like she's so above a Topaz, she doesn't want to let anyone know that could even possibly have happened, especially with her wand. So, or maybe it's a combination of both.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. Do you have any final thoughts on Aquamarine actually not being psychopathic, Haley?
Well, I don't think she's like a total psychopath like that. There could be some good in her. We'll just have to see. I mean, we're probably gonna see more of her. I'm pretty sure. So we'll see where that goes, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I want her to stay a villain. I think her caring about Topaz could add an interesting layer of depth to her villainy. So I would be down for that, but I don't want her to be completely turned. But what do you guys think? Do you think Aquamarine cares for Topaz? Do you think the reason she let her go was for another reason entirely? Maybe one that we don't even know yet that we'll see in this Wanted Special, or maybe a little bit after. Let us know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave it a like. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we cover more Steven Universe Wanted stuff, because once the hour-long special actually airs, it's going to be absolutely insane. There's going to be tons and tons of stuff to talk about. So be sure to do that. And thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.